let's talk about something else that got shown off a little bit. Telltale are making a Batman game. We've known about this for friggin' ages. We just haven't seen anything of it. We've got. It's apparently the first season. Like, are they already planning another one?
God, please stop it, Telltale.
Is due by the end of the year to be finished by the end of the year. So they're going to.
Whoa, wow.
Yeah, so it's going to
Okay.
come thick and fast. I think starting in around September,
Hmm.
according to them. But they kind of do what they want, time frame wise anyway. So we just got a series of stills, I think, at this point. You guys had a look at these?
I've seen a few of them. Seen the
It
Bruce Wayne ones.
looks like the same style as Wolf Among Us. A bit more similar to that than the other Telltale games I've played. Which, if it's going back to that sort, I'm fine with that. I really enjoyed Wolf Among Us, and the way that story plays out with the graphics is really good.
Yeah.
However, the story goes, though, it's difficult to nail down quite a complicated Batman story in a Telltale game.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I thought it looked a bit cleaner than Wolf, and that might just be because the engine's been updated, or whatever. But it reminded me a lot in like design sensibilities of the Arkham games. I was kind of hoping they went a bit deeper into like the comic book art style that they sort of experimented in with Wolf. I wanted it to look like a living kind of comic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Because we haven't really had that yet, and this feels a bit familiar to me. It feels like you can see all the detail in his suit. I'd rather just see, like, even if it was like the 90s cartoon, just a very stripped down, very basic, loads of shadow. But they're not going that direction, and for all I know, that they're doing something better. But I was just a little bit like, I wish you'd kind of given me something a bit more old-fashioned.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, Batman works well in the shadows. That's the thing that strikes the fear into the people he's tracking down. It's not him himself. They know they're getting their ass kicked by that point, but seeing that shadow
Yeah.
of him looming is what really does it. And to play off that could really add the good feelings into the game, really make you feel like you're part of the story.
Yeah.
But I'm not necessarily against the cleaner imagery. It's quite a difficult one to call. Yeah.
Right. All they've really said about it is, from what I can tell, they're splitting the gameplay up between Bruce Wayne and Batman. So how they're going to handle the kind of Bruce Wayne sections, I don't know. But they're trying to tell, I think, a more detective-y story. So you're investigating, which is very Wolf. He did a lot of like picking up clues and interrogating people and stuff like that. So I think if we like Wolf, which we do,
We did. It's my favourite Telltale game.
yeah, then hopefully it could well be the people who made that, like the same team, and hopefully get a decent game out of it.
Might also be worth noting that Marvel have also got a Telltale game coming at some point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true, isn't it?
that's when's that happening, guys? That was announced like maybe 2 years ago. No, it was 1 year ago because we mentioned it on the podcast. But yeah, that's at least a year ago they announced it.
Yeah, I'd be interested to
The
see.
problem is with Telltale.
Go on, mate.
Go on.
No, it's alright. Go on.
Telltale run the risk of turning into like Funko, just having licenses, everything left, right, and centre, and not delivering what they need to deliver, and just becoming like a sausage factory, just pumping out game after game after game, none of which really hit the mark. And that's my fear with the Marvel one, because it's quite wide ranging. Especially what we have heard is just generic Marvel superheroes, and to focus on all of them is impossible.
Yeah, I think they need to pick a character, and just look at their world and be quite focused, and pick someone like street level. In my head, I want it to be like Moon Knight, someone who hasn't had a chance to appear in Netflix or something like that.
That'd be awesome.
It could. The fact that they're doing Batman makes me think they might not do Moon Knight anymore, because they've got some similarities, but someone like that, someone who is on the ground, kind of in and amongst it, rather than flying around the city. You know what I mean? But yeah, I suppose we'll have to wait and see with that one. They seem to be biting off a lot at the minute, so who knows when we're ever going to see it.